to another episode of the Intellectual Saviors of Wrestling with your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
Martin,
and the one and only Sam H. And this is the Raw review for the 27th of February. And we kick this one off with a bold man.
No, we're not talking about the big show. We're talking about Goldberg.
Not Gilbert.
No. No, so come at, thanked the crowd. And then he started going on about how he's 6 days away from winning the Universal Championship. And that didn't set too well with a certain someone, and he made his presence known.
Yep, this was our Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. The longest reigning Universal Champion.
Yep, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he said, look, you come out here every week, say the same thing, no one cares.
No. I'm even bored of it at this point.
Yeah, and obviously he made the point about the people who he's beaten in the past. He said, like, you want to talk about making an impact? I beat Cena on my first night here.
He did. He did.
Yeah, and the names just kept on getting added to the list, and he said, Chris Jericho, he means nothing.
Oh. You imagine Jericho sitting in his house going, no! No! Poor Chris.
Yeah, and then it pretty much ended with Kevin saying, Sunday, I'm retaining.
Yep. And he did the whole thing where he said, oh, you want to fight? Not in Green Bay.
Green Bay do not deserve to see me fight.
No. Poor Green Bay.
Yeah. And then we had the New Day come to the ring. They've shown off their new ice cream pop t-shirt.
Yep. New Day pops.
And started talking about their opponents, the Shining Stars. Then they done a bit of an Oscars rip-off. Guy come along with a red envelope and that and said, oh, I'm sorry, no, we're not fighting you. Look, we're fighting Jinder and Rusev.
Poor Paul.
And apparently now Jinder's got a nickname now.
Yes?
Yeah, it was Handsome Rusev and some crazy like hard bod Jinder or something.
That's awful. Well, this match wasn't very long.
No. Culminated in the end with Rusev come and put the attack on, and then he got distracted by Lana shouting at Kofi, said, you broke my iPad, you owe me an iPad. And then with that, it distracted Jinder as well, and then he got hit with the big end.
The big end? Oh, God.
And that was how that match finished, and then Jinder wasn't too pleased with Rusev. Where were you? Yeah, and that was that. And moving on to our next match, we had Akira Tozawa facing off against Sam's favourite plastic Scotsman with his annoying girlfriend.
Oh, God.
None other than Noam Dar.
The plastic Scotsman from Tel Aviv, Israel. Yeah, Scottish.
Again, this match wasn't particularly long either, and it didn't particularly interest me either because they've ruined Noam Dar already.
Yeah.
So yeah, Akira Tozawa ended up picking up the victory with that snap German suplex, and then saw Alicia Fox just outside and shout, "No!"
Oh. Why is she still on the roster?
Yeah.
Useless girl.
And then after the match finished, Brian Kendrick come out and done the sneak attack on Tozawa and said, look, you've learned another lesson now. That's 3 lessons now you've had to learn.
He's getting a lot of lessons.
I hope you're learning from him. So, yeah, woo, Brian Kendrick, we don't care.
He is the man with the plan.
Yeah. And then we had this wonderfully stupid segment that turned into a match.
Yes. I mean, the match was advertised as Bailey and Sasha versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke.
But Charlotte had other ideas.
Oh, yes.
And she brought out Nia Jax.
Oh.
So, pretty much this was a 2-on-1 because Charlotte really didn't do an awful lot in this match.
No, she was sort of in and out. Wasn't in the ring for an extended period of time.
No, wasn't particularly an interesting match.
No.
But ended with Nia Jax doing a scoop slam with Sasha onto Bailey.
Yeah.
And then Nia Jax hit the Hogan drop.
No, it's the ass drop.
And apparently leg drops finish people off still in 2017.
Who'd have thought it?
And Nia Jax and Charlotte picked up the victory.
Yes.
And then we had this silly segment backstage where Sasha and Bailey were putting ice on their wounds at them. And like Sasha said, "Oh, don't worry, this Sunday I've got you back." And for no reason whatsoever, Stephanie turned up and said, you know what? You said you've got her back. You've got to have your own back because you're fighting Nia Jax on Sunday.
Didn't they do this on the Royal Rumble?
Yes, on the pre-show.
Oh, man.
And no one cared then, and we still don't care now.
No, it's probably going to end the same way.
And I really don't like how they're pushing Nia Jax, and I think even Stephanie Turner said she's the most dominant woman in the company. I'm trying not to be really harsh here, but would she really be in a position she's in now if it wasn't for the fact of who she's related to?
Yeah, that argument comes up a lot. But they haven't really referenced the fact that she's, partly Samoan.
No. But then at the same time, it's sort of like, what have they actually done with her?
Nothing really.
This is pretty much the first proper rivalry she's actually been involved in.
Yeah, I mean, that's just been jobbers and, Alicia Fox.
Woo.
Ugh.
So, moving on, just in case you haven't already heard, we had a lovely video montage for our latest inductee into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
None other than the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Now, when I read this, I was like, it's a tad too early. I mean, she's only been retired like 4 years. And there are other women who could have gone in first.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have mentioned China.
Yeah.
But they gotta understand that it's not going to happen until everything dies down about her other career. Yeah. I think Triple H has actually came out and said he would, but he's worried that if his kids go and put China into Google Images,
certain things will appear and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no one wants to see that. But yeah, congratulations to Beth.
Yes. Mrs. Edge.
Mrs.
Rated R Superstar. So, we had singles match involving 2 tag teams.
Yeah.
We had Luke Gallows facing off against Big Cass.
Oh, a battle of the big men.
Again, this wasn't a particularly long match.
For like a 3-hour Raw, they don't tend to have a lot of in-ring time.
Yeah, it's quite baffling, but yeah. I think it was Big Cass was on top, and then on top in the match.
Yeah.
getting the better of the punches. And I think Carl Anderson went to grab Enzo and slam him into the steel steps. But it ended up failing on him.
Yeah, Enzo reversed it, chucked Anderson into the steps.
Yeah. And then Gallows went to capitalise on it. Big Cass ducked, and then he hit him with a big boot.
It was a huge boot. So we have leg drops and big boots finishing matches.
Yeah, but the Empire Elbow doesn't finish matches.
No one finishes anyone off with an elbow drop anymore.
Not since Randy Savage.
God bless his soul.
So, long story short, Big Cass won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to mention this. I don't even want to go into it. Really random match. Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, this was made backstage because Titus O'Neil wanted to form an Irish Connection tag team with Sheamus.
Purely because his surname's O'Neil.
But Sheamus wanted no part of it, so it turned into a match.
Yeah, and it lasted about 30 seconds and ended with Titus O'Neil eating Sheamus's foot.
So still, the brand has not won a match.
No.
Will he ever win a match?
No. And then the part of the show everyone was looking forward to.
Yeah.
The Architect. Seth freaking Rollins.
Back in the ring.
Yeah. Talking with Corey Graves.
It nearly brought a tear to my eye seeing him on a crutch.
Yeah, he wasn't moving too well. It initially got us worried. You're not going to make it?
Because I know his feeling. I'm on a crutch myself.
Yeah. Busted foot, not knee though.
And I'm also going to struggle to make it to WrestleMania. So, yeah, he was given the update about how the knee's going. The MCL tear.
Yeah. And he said, if he was talking honestly, it's not looking great. And then, unfortunately, this then brought out the Cerebral Assassin.
Yeah, nice to see him make a couple more appearances every now and again.
Yeah, so we saw, like I said, "Oh, Seth, it's really good to see you." And then went on a bit of a tirade saying, "You knew what you were signing up for. Did you really expect any less to happen once you turned your back on me?" And then for no reason whatsoever, Samoa Joe was just randomly there.
Yeah.
Just standing there.
He was like, "Hey, you know Joe." And there he was.
Yeah. Never done anything once.
Nope.
But yeah, he was there. And then Triple H warned Seth. He said, "If you turn up at WrestleMania, I'll make sure it's the last thing you ever do in a ring." And it's got Seth fired up. He said, "You know what? I will be at WrestleMania to make sure that's the last thing you ever do."
This is interesting. Will they clear him in time for WrestleMania? Have they done this whole "is he gonna call him out" business, just in case they doesn't manage to make it?
There is rumours going on backstage of a backup plan. I know who the backup plan is. I've just been trying to work it out in my brain how in the hell it would even work in such a short space of time, but
Yeah, it would be a bit of a strange one.
yes, the rumour going around at the minute is if Seth's not fit to compete, Triple H is still going to be wrestling at WrestleMania, and he's going to be fighting the Demon King, Finn Balor.
How would they work that into it?
Oh dear.
I mean, they could possibly do a story where, like, I don't know, they say Triple H ordered Seth Rollins to injure him intentionally at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Maybe. But, if I'm being honest, I don't think they would have put this much time and effort into it if Seth wasn't going to be able to make it.
Well, they need to make sure he's 100% fit if he's going to do it.
As harsh as this is going to be, Sage, keep Joe away from the segment. I'm not trying to blame the guy, but he's gaining quite a bit of a list of people he's injured.
Yeah. What was it? Tyson Kidd may never wrestle again
Sheesh.
because of that muscle buster he did,
Yeah.
which is no longer his finisher.
No, he's got that weird modified rock bottom now.
The running rock bottom.
Mm.
Maybe they should call it the Joe bottom. No, actually did. Don't do it.
So yeah. And then we had the Shining Stars in action. They were in a handicap match against the Big Show.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Big Show won. Shock horror.
Pretty quickly, I might add.
Yeah. Yeah, and then next, some cruiserweight action.
More cruiser.
Yeah, we had Gentleman Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins. That's all I'm gonna say on
The
it.
Duke of Dab.
Ah, damn it.
Mega TJ Phil.
They were facing off against the cruiserweight champion Neville and Tony Nese.
Yeah.
Didn't have Drew Gulak with him this time.
Now, before this match, Neville told Tony, he said, right, we're focusing on Gallagher tonight. Do your job.
Yeah.
But Tony Nese not particularly interested in that. So Neville did what Neville does best. And he buggered off.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know.
And then pretty much it was Tony Nese taking the kick to the corner, and he got put in a really weird looking submission, which I didn't even know Jack Gallagher had in his arsenal.
That's it.
And then Tony Nese tapped out with
Yeah, and that was the end of Tony Nese. And then this match was made backstage. Samoa Joe versus Cesaro.
Yeah, apparently going on their long history. They've had many battles over the years in Ring of Honor and a few other companies.
Yeah. So this was sort of one of the few highlights of the show.
Yeah. But they sort of told a story very early on in the match where they injured Cesaro's knee. And when they do one of these, it's always puts the doubt in, oh, can he do this move? Can he do that move?
Yeah.
And they played on that.
Okay.
And Samoa Joe ended up winning with his running rock bottom.
Yeah. So that was that one. And then Joe got interviewed after the match, and he just basically said, don't care who you are, you're getting taken out.
But this brought out someone he's attacked a couple of weeks in a row.
The underdog from the underground.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
So it got into a bit of a brawl. I'm not sure they needed that many security guards to take Sami Zayn off him.
It was a bit of an overkill.
Just a tad.
So, and then weirdly, to end the show, we had a very rushed, put together contract signing.
Yeah. Apparently, Braun didn't want competition this week. He wanted a contract signing.
Yeah.
So,
Who knew?
So Mick said, okay, you can have your contract signing. But, of course, with contract signings over the years, you know, they never just are contract signings. That's WWE code for, this is going to be a mass brawl. This is going to end in a fight.
Yeah.
Because they always end in a fight.
Yeah. And, well, you didn't even really get much of a signing or anything.
No.
Braun started to square out a Mick, and then this brought out Roman. Roman got as far as the ramp before he was jumped by Strowman.
Yep, so this went back and forth. This went into the crowd.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I did laugh a lot when some poor security guard got in the way.
Who apparently is a quite well-known independent wrestler in America.
God damn it. I was hoping it was just some random security guard ended up getting speared.
Yeah, and then it sort of went to and fro for a tiny bit. And then, Roman stumbled up and signed the contract.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough to keep Braun down. He got back in the ring, and he threw Roman into the turnbuckle, which broke it.
Yeah, who knew?
Somehow.
And then Roman received medical attention.
And then just as Braun was walking off, Roman got up and signed it again?
Yeah.
I-
Man, that was raw.
And just quickly, there's this whole long-running storyline of Mick being mistreated by Stephanie McMahon.
It's all some crappy storyline they've come up with. It's been very publicly publicised that Mick needs hip surgery. Anyone can guess that by the way he's been walking for the last couple of years or so.
He's had a bit of a limp.
So rather than doing the normal thing, just say he needs to go away for a bit and have hip surgery. Nah, let's do some bullshit storyline where creates more heat on Stephanie.
Yeah. Which we all know it's going to end up with her firing him.
Yeah. And then...
And then we dread to think who the replacement will be.
We've got a good idea, but we're not sure which show he'll be going to, as a certain D. Bryan will be disappearing shortly when his wife Brie Bella gives birth to their first child in the coming months.
So
yeah.
We'll have to see how that one plans out.
Yeah.
Right. And that about does it for Raw.
That's it. We're finished.
We're done.
Done.
So, from your host, the master of the brain damage,
Martin?
and the one and only Sam H, we will see you on the next one. Yeah.